Let's get standing. Comfortable standing position. Let's keep our feet a little wide. And let's start to move our shoulders a little. So just kind of circling our shoulders, pulling them up and then pushing them back, just up and down. Circular movements, very good. And then take it in the opposite way. Just bring it forwards from the back. Very good, nice. And then slowly stop, release, relax the arms. Let's move our neck up and down. Very good. Up and down. Very good. And then slowly come back to the center, drop the right ear, drop the left. Side to side. Very good. And then come back to the center. Now from here, turn your head to the right and to the left. So just side to side. Good. Do that 2 more times, both sides. And maybe one side feels like a little restriction. Continue to move, just slowly, keep your eyes open. And then come back to the center. Very good. Now from here, let's bring our hands to the shoulders. And let's bend our elbows and bring those elbows closer and open them wide. So we're going into shoulder rotation again. This time a little bigger range of motion, opening them wide. Very good. And the next time they open them wide and bring them closer, let's move it in the opposite circles. You might notice that one shoulder is moving more than the other, maybe, and release. Very good. Relax. Now, the same shoulder rotation, this time we're going to keep our arms open and let's take a full shoulder rotation. Now, again, if this is hurting your shoulder, if it doesn't feel good, you can avoid this one. Very good. Nice circles. And stop. Let's take it in the opposite way. Very good. And release and relax. Very good. Shake it off. Now from here, let's bend our elbows, giving a little elbow stretch. Very good. Nice. And stop. Release. Very good. Let's bring our palms to the front as if you're pressing on a glass. Let's take circles. Very good. Circular movements, both sides. Very good. And stop, release. Nice. Let's once again bring the palms. This time we make a tight fist, open. Once again, tight fist, open. Let's do that 2 more times. Squeeze the fist and open. Very good. Now make a tight fist and draw circles. Very good. Both sides. And release. Shake it off, stop the movement. You can feel that energy into the arms. So you move so much, you're going to feel some movement there. The blood starts to move a little more. Now from here, let's get into our back area. So let's keep our feet a little wide. Let's take our forward and back bend. So again, depending on how you feel good, if you don't want to bend too much, you can stay halfway and then stretch back. Once again, forward and back. If you feel comfortable, you can reach the arms. Bend forwards. Very good. Let's do that 1 more time. Very good. Come back to the center. Now, let's bring our hands in front of the chest and we're going to twist. So looking over the right and looking over the left. Just twisting. Very good. And come back. Very good. Now, from here, Let's stretch the spine, turn to one side and give a stretch. And let's do it to the other side. Stretch, stretch, and stretch. Let's do that 2 more times. 1, 2, 3. At your own pace. 4. Just kind of stretching it out. Stretching through the whole spine. Okay. Now, let's keep our feet a little wide. Wide as the hip. Sorry, wide as the mat. Okay. Now, from here, reach that right arm. One hand can stay on the hips. Side bend. And then switch. Side bend. You're just bending sideways. Feeling that stretch sideways. Very good. Sideways. Very good. Let's do that 2 more times. Stretch. And come back. Very good. Now, from here, let's take hip circles. The drawing circles. So we did forward and back bends, side bends, and twisting. Now we just kind of bring them into circles. As if you're tracing a clock, 12, 3, 6, and 9. Very good. And then counterclockwise, opposite direction. I see the smile. Yes. Come back to the center. Very good. Feet back in neutral. Coming back to neutral. Now bring your feet closer. You're going to grab our chair. If you don't grab the chair, just go near a wall. You're going to do a little knee stretches. So we always use a chair and a couple of blocks when we do the Zoom class. Okay, Liz? Just in case. But if you don't have the chair today, don't worry about it. You can just go near a wall. Okay? It's just for the support and the balance. We use the chair. Otherwise, we don't use the chair much. Now, from here, let's keep our feet as wide as the hips. We're going to start with our right side. So bend that right knee and just take a little forward and backward in the knee. So I'm kind of stretching it out as if I'm kicking.
Can you see
me? Sorry?
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. I can't see your legs though. If you want to adjust your camera. But
Okay.
I can see you.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, front and back. I can see all of you.
Thank you.
Front and back. Very good. And then stop, bend your right knee and side to side. Side and side. And stop. These. Very good. Let's take that on the other side. So I'm going to bend my left knee and stretch it out. Just front and back movement. Bend the knee as if the heel is touching the hips and then stretch it out, kicking it. Very good. And stop. Now, bend that left knee and bring that knee in, the leg in and out. So side to side. There. Very good. It's a little weird stretch. This is internal and external rotation of the hips. So even though we are moving from the knee, it's not only working on the knee, it's actually working on the hip joint. And stop. Very good. Now, Liz, if you want to move your camera towards your lower body, so I can see you full. I can see only up to your neck. I mean, up to your chest. If you can adjust the camera, if you can, if you fit too much, then you don't have to worry.
I'm not
There.
sure. I'm
There you
working
go.
on an iPad here.
That's good. I think that's good, Liz.
Okay, thank you.
This is good.
We'll try that.
This is good. Now we are going to bring our ankle here up and down. Okay, just the ankle up and down. Very good. Point and flex. And then draw circles. As if your toes are holding a pencil and you're drawing circles. Doesn't matter if the shape is not exact circle. And opposite direction. Very good. And stop. Release. Keep holding the chair. This is not about balance, okay? Let's do it on the other side. And you can do this in sitting position too. So left leg, We are working on the left ankle, up and down, point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. If you're sitting, you can hold under the knee with your hands. There, so you get a little support. And then draw circles. Both sides. And stop. Very good. Release. Release. Come back to the center. Now, let's do a little bit of standing. So we're going to do a little standing poses. So let's start with our feet as wide as the hips. We'll need the chair later, okay? So we'll do the standing balance. That's when we use the chair. Now we don't need the chair for the next few minutes. Keeping those feet as wide as the hips, take a moment to take a peek at your feet. Are they nice and parallel? Toes pointing front, heels back, and they're under the hips. Nice and parallel. Lift the toes, lift the heels. Once again, lift the toes, lift the heels. And then outer and inner edges, just kind of rolling my feet here. Now, once you do that, stop those movements and place your entire feet, all the surfaces on the mat. And then stand taller, pressing into the mat. Stand taller. Once you start to stand tall, I want you to stretch that spine. So when you're standing, if you feel your hip is getting in the front, if you feel you're slouching or your hips are going back or your shoulders are coming in, see if you can stack up your vertebrae and get taller, shoulders pulled back, as if the crown is reaching up and my feet are reaching down. So I'm stretching. Very good, nice. Shoulders relax, arms relax, no tension in the neck. And you're going to stand taller here. Pull those shoulders back. 4 deep breaths here. Each time you exhale, open mouth exhale and pull the belly inside. Okay, so nice inhale and exhale. Very good. Now continue to breathe. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Very good. Inhale. Nice. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Very good. Now bring your palms to touch, elbows to touch in front of the heart. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, bring it in. Once again, inhale. One more time. Release. Relax. Let's do our little side stretch. Let's take an inhale. Reach the arms up, interlace the fingers. We are keeping our pointer pointing up. Take a side bend. Push yourself up. Once again, side bend. Come back up. Let's do that 2 more times. Side bend. And 1 more. Come back up. Now reach through the arms. Take a side bend to the other side. Come back up. Very good. Once again, other side. And let's do that 1 more time. Release. Shake it off. 1 more stretch for the shoulder. Again, this is optional. We're going to tie our hands at the back. So either you can interlace the fingers. If this feels too much, you can hold the wrists. If none of this feels good, you can just stretch the arms and then stretch backwards. If you're able to hold, you can stretch those arms. So just giving a little upper body stretch, shoulder stretch, reach the arms, maybe even look up. If you want to deepen the stretch, see if you can bend halfway and reach the arms up. It's optional. If this doesn't feel good, you don't have to do this. Very good. Press through the feet, slowly come up, release. That's a good stretch. Release and relax. Very good. Let's start with our standing yoga pose, as we did a lot of stretching and breathing, and that also helps in synchronizing the breathing and movement. So when we breathe and move and synchronize it, It's also involving our brain and nervous activity to know how we are breathing, when are we exhaling, when are we inhaling. So it's a little mindful breathing and stretching. Now let's put all that into our yoga poses. We start with our feet wide as the hips. Again, you're pressing through all of the corners. And that is crucial because when you press through the edges of your feet, it's not only working on your arches of the feet, but it's also reflecting in the leg muscles. So when you press the toes, you're going to feel that into the front side of the legs. When you press the heels, you can feel it all the way to the glutes. And same way on the outer and inner thighs. So stand taller. We are going to take a side bend. Arms alongside. Let's start with lateral bending, Ardha Kati Chakrasana, which is a lateral bending pose. Start with the right side. Slowly right arm goes up. Turn the palm at the shoulder level and reach up. Very good. Now, once you're here, shoulders are relaxed. You're reaching through your arm. Take a nice inhale, exhale, side bend. Slow movement. Again, you want to bend as much as it feels okay. Continue to breathe comfortably. Very good. Side bend. Stay there. Chest is still facing front, so you don't want to bend forwards. Very good. Stay there. Other shoulder is relaxed. And then press through the feet, slowly come up. Release. And relax. Slow movement. Once you release the right arm, take a moment here to feel good, close your eyes, and notice if there's a difference. The right and the left feels different, as if a line is drawn in the center. The breathing feels different on both sides. The right arm might feel longer. Check all those changes, subtle sensations. Now open your eyes. When you're ready, you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So remember, both sides are a little different. So one side stretches easily, one side might feel a little tighter, and that's okay. So be mindful. Slowly left arm goes up. Turn the palm at the shoulder level. Keep it in the same plane of movement. Now reach that left arm. Give a stretch. Exhale, side bend. When I'm bending sideways, I'm pressing through both the feet equally. So I'm also pressing through that left foot. Very good. Stay there. Keep breathing. Nice. Stay here. 2 more breaths. And then slowly come back up. Reach and gently release. Slow movement. Slow release. Relax the shoulders. Now again, feel the difference. This time the left side feels different. And the breathing changes. Exhale out completely. Very good. Now open your eyes if you have them closed. Let's grab our chair. And if you don't have a chair, you can just go near a wall or a table. We are going to start one leg standing balance. Okay, so we're going to grab our chair here. Stand closer to the chair. I'm starting by keeping the chair on the right side. Now you can always have the chair in the front too, and that's okay. We're going to start by standing on the right leg, one leg mountain, which means standing on one leg only. But before we do that, let's do our drill where we stop our fall. You know how we do that, how our body responds when we are standing on one leg. So just pretend as if you're standing on one leg, let go of the chair. And as soon as you lose your balance, you're stopping that fall with the left leg. So stop that fall by stomping that left foot on the mat. So let's do that as an exercise. Stop that fall. Just come up on the right leg and stop. Very good. Stop. Stop. Let's do that 4 more times. Stop. 2, 3, 4. Very good. Come back to the center. Now, once you stop that drill, make sure your feet are again as wide as the hips, parallel to each other. I'm going to hold on to the chair. Before you start standing on one leg, Keep staring at a point. So fix your gaze at something in front of your eyes. It could be a picture frame, it could be an object on the table, it could be anything which is not moving. Now, once you fix your gaze, you're going to slowly lift that left leg up, bend that left knee, and stand taller on that right leg. And then stay here. Find a little steadiness. Left hand can go on the hip. Keep staring at the point. When you fix your gaze, don't close your eyes. Once you fix your gaze, you might find a little steadiness. If you feel steady, see if you can tiptoe those fingers. Let go the chair. Maybe the other hand comes to the hips or maybe palms to touch. And if it feels too much, maybe hold on to the chair, just tiptoe. Good. Staring at a point, no rush. And then slowly release. That's all okay. Today is not the day for balance. Come back to the center. Keep working on it. Sometimes it gets too tricky, isn't it? Wiggle the legs, stomp your feet a couple of times. Very good. Either you can walk to the other side of the chair or just simply move the chair to the left. That was one leg balance on the right. And again, our balance is different on both sides. Before we stand on the left leg, we are going to do stop the fall drill here. So again, stop the fall. Very good. Stop. Nice. Stop the fall. You're pretending as if you're standing on that left leg and stomp that right foot on the mat. Very good. Let's do that 4 more times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, bringing those feet as wide as the hips. Keep them comfortable. Nice tall spine, holding on to the chair. Keep staring at a point. Fix your gaze to begin with. And then once you're here, slowly lift that right leg off the mat. Again, you can bend your knee. Very good, stay there. Keep staring at a point. Only if you feel steady, tiptoe the fingers. And then slowly release. It is better on one leg, isn't it, always? A little bit. But don't be in a rush to let go of the chair. Yes, Karen?
I said it was pretty bad on both.
Yeah. Today is not the day. I saw all of you doing that balance. Some days are the good days and some days are not so good days, right?
Yeah.
We keep working on it, but that's the thing I've been noticing. One thing in my yoga classes is when you're here, we always are thinking about letting go of that chair faster. So maybe just practice standing here. You know, you're standing on one leg, your body is taking that weight. You're still holding on to the chair. So the body is actually not working. Sorry, the body is not actually working on balance right away. Just find a little steadiness And then slowly let go the chair, no rush. Sometimes we try to let go that balance so fast, and then it's too much for the brain to process. Sometimes it's a combination of other things too. Balance does get affected with age and Parkinson's, we all know that. So that's why we keep working on this. And that's why I said some days for no reason our balance is better. And then there are some days when it's not, right? So we just keep practicing that. Let's bring our feet, and I want you to be safe with your hips. So I don't want you to go all, crazy, and then you don't want to strain your hips there. So go gentle on it. Feet wide, and then let's take a little hip circles just to even it out. Loosen the hips 3 times, and then counterclockwise circular movements. Very good. And come back to the center. Very good. Meet back, neutral. I'm going to grab my blocks. Okay. Now again, if you don't have blocks in the house, that's okay. We can always use the chair. We've done this in person, Liz. Use the chair sometimes. If you don't have exact blocks, you can have some fat books in the house which can be used as a block. But if or a small stool is good too. But as I said, if you don't have the blocks, that's fine too. Okay. We are going to come into our forward fold. So wide leg forward fold. Let's bring our feet wide. Heels are in the same line. So I try to keep my heels around the edge of my mat. That way I know my heels are in the same line. Now, once I'm here, pressing through all the corners of the feet. So remember, you can keep them as wide as it feels good. We are bending through the lower back. Shoulders are relaxed, no tension. Okay. You can either bring your hands to the hips, or you can stretch the arms up and bend forwards, whichever feels good. Now, when you stretch your arms and try to bend, that's more challenging to the body because that's involving the core. Okay, so whichever feels good. So take a nice inhale, give a nice stretch. Exhale, hinge through the lower back and bend forwards. And then you can release your hands on the block or the mat or the chair. If you're using the chair, you can just stretch the chair out and take a side forward fold. Using the block, adjust the height of the block, whichever feels good. Bring the block closer to the body so you deepen the stretch. Very good. Keep reaching through the tailbone, and then crown is moving towards the mat. So keep your eyes open. This makes you feel dizzy. You don't want to go too far. Maybe you want to go stay with the chair. Whichever feels good. Let's stay here for a couple more breaths. Very good. Hands to the hips, press through the feet and slowly come up. Very slowly come up. And you can bend your knees when you come up. Very good. That feels good. If that felt good, did that feel good, all of you?
Yes.
Yeah, so let's do that one more time. This time you're going to hold a little more. Okay, so again, bend forwards, hinge through the hips. And again, you can adjust the height of the block. If you don't want to go too far, you can keep it at the tallest height and stretch here. Keep stretching the tailbone away from the neck. Very good, stay there. Two more breaths. And then when you feel ready, hands to the hips, bend the knees, press through the feet and slowly come up. So that way you protect your back. Come up, bring your feet closer. That was a nice forward fold. Now forward bending is great for the spine, hamstrings, calf muscles. If you feel dizzy, if your blood pressure is really high, then you don't want to do that. I know most of you are comfortable with forward fold, but just in case, if any days, if your dizziness is too much, those days you don't want to do forward bending. Okay, let's bring our feet wide again. This time we're going to bend backwards. So remember, right side, left side, forward, backward. We always complement. Hands to the hips, fingers pointing front, shoulders relax. Pull the shoulders back, bend backwards. Come back up. And let's do that 4 more times. Bend backwards. At your own pace. Don't stop breathing. One more time. And slowly release. Very good. Come back to the center. Nice. Now, from here, let's come down to the mat. Lower yourself. Coming down. And if you want, you can adjust your camera to the floor towards where I can see you seated. Very good. Now, from this seated position, first we are going to begin with our tabletop position, okay? So let's come up into our tabletop. So when you are lowering, bring your knees on the mat and then come into tabletop. Okay, knees are under the hips, palms are under the shoulders. Fingertips, fingers and palms on the mat. So get that nice neutral back position. Top of the feet are on the mat. Now from here, cat and cow breaths. We inhale, long spine, look up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone in, chin to the chest. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, curl the back. Once again, inhale. Exhale, pull the center of the spine up, chin to the chest. Very good. Now, when you inhale, pull the tailbone outside. So I want you to move through the hips and then pull the hips in as you exhale. Out as you inhale, in as you exhale. So that way it moves through the entire spine. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. Once again, inhale. Come back to the center. Now, slowly bring your knees closer, drop your hips to the mat and lower yourself. Sitting on the mat. Coming down. That was just a little spine movement I want you to practice. Cat and cow breaths are really good for the spine. Now, from here, you're going to come into comfortable seated position. Shoulders are relaxed. Legs are stretched out. Very good. So before we do any other stretch, let's come into a spinal twisting. So we're going to start by stretching the legs out. Sitting nice and tall. So I'm adjusting my hips here. Shoulders are relaxed. I'm going to start by bending my right knee. Okay. Slowly bend your right knee. Right foot is on the mat. Now where to keep the right foot depends on how comfortable you feel. If you feel good keeping it closer, that's fine. If that feels too much for your tummy, you can keep it a little away from the knee. Now, keep the legs closer. I'm going to hold my right knee and take a twist on the right side. Exhale and twist. Right palm is behind the right hip. So I'm feeling that squeeze, like that twisting movement in the back. Very good. That's good, Mary. Turn to the right side. Now you're going to twist to the right. No, that's good. The legs are good. Mary, the legs are good. Bend that right knee and twist to the right. So whichever knee is bent, we twist. There you go. There you go. And then bring that right palm behind the hip. The right. There you go. Twisting to the right. Very good. Stay there. Keep breathing. Beautiful. This is perfect. Stay there. You're going to stay here for 4 breaths. And then when you feel ready to release, we're going to release the neck, release the twist, come back to the center. Right. Now, I'm going to show you this, okay? So whenever this gets confusing sometimes. Whichever side we are bending the knee, right? So I'm bending my knee on this side, doesn't matter right or left. I'm doing my right side. So I'm twisting to the same side. Now, why that helps is it is pressing on my colon, my digestive system, right? So it's not only working on the back muscles, it's also working on my digestive system. And that really helps, okay? So that's why we are bending the same knee and then twisting. Other thing is if you are able to bring that elbow on the outside and then twist, you feel deeper twist. Now, what happens is when we are bringing that elbow on the outside, your knee starts to drop. You don't want that knee to drop. Push that knee back and then twist a little more. So you feel maximum twist into the back. Do you feel that in the back?
Yes.
Very good. There you go. And then slowly release. So I always say that knee to elbow, elbow to knee. When you press them equally, keep them steady. And that's when the stretch happens between the upper and the middle back area, that center of that spine, and you feel nice squeeze of those muscles. That's really good stretch. Release. Take some time. Exhale out. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We did the right. Okay, so let's do it on the left. Bend that left knee. I'm going to open that left palm behind here, keeping it on the mat. I'm keeping it on the mat. And then I'm bringing my elbow on the outside of the left knee. If this is too much, you can just hug the knee. Whichever feels good, and then twist. I'm twisting to the left. Looking over the left shoulder. Very good. That's beautiful. Nice, Mary. And Liz, you can always hug the knee. You don't have to bring that elbow all the way out. You can still hug the knee and twist. Looking over the left shoulder. Very good. Let's stay here 2 more breaths. And slowly come back. Very good. Release. And relax. That's a good stretch. Now, from here, let's lower ourselves on the back. We're going to do a little more with the hips and the back. So let's bring our arms parallel to the legs. Let's squeeze the legs in together. Shoulders are relaxed. Engage the core and slowly lower all the way. Release all the way to the mat. Release lower back, middle back, upper back. And then once you lower completely, take 3 open mouth exhales here. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Once again, inhale. One more time, inhale. Now slowly bend the knees. Bring your knees closer to the chest. Bring your knees closer to each other and then bring them closer to the chest. Now once you hug them closer, rock side to side. Giving a nice massage to the back. Very good. And then come back to the center. Now one more thing I want you to practice, keep your palms on the knees and see if you can draw circles with the knees. Keeping the knees together, draw circles. Clockwise 3 times. Now this gets into the glutes and lower back area. And then counterclockwise. It's also engaging your abdomen and your back muscles. And come back to the center. Stop the movement, release the feet on the mat. Knees are bent, shoulders are relaxed. Very good. Now, let's release our right leg on the mat. Left knee is bent. Just release the right leg. Stretch that right leg out. Relax the right shoulder. Keep your palms on the mat. We are going to do our leg raising here. So engaging the core and the leg muscles. Slowly lift the right leg up. Bring it down. You're not lifting the hips off the mat, just lifting the right leg. Bring it down. Let's do that 3 more times. Very good. Release. Repeat 3 repetitions and then release. And then bend that right knee and let's switch. Let's release that left leg. Take some time to relax the left leg on the mat. Stretch that left leg out. And then when you're ready, point the left toes and lift the left leg up. Bring it down. Once again, left leg up. And 3 more times. Again, we are not lifting the hips, just stretching through the legs. Very good. Once you're done, bend your left knee, bring your left foot on the mat. Very good. Now, let's do this. Keep your legs together. You can slide your palms under the glutes. We are going to lift both the legs up the wall. Lifting both the legs up. Very good. And you can slide your palms under the glutes if that helps. Very good. Keep pointing through the toes. Nice. Stay there. And then slowly bend the knees, release the feet. Very good. Exhale out completely. Legs at the wall is pretty strong stretch. When you do it without the support, you're engaging the abdominal muscles, core muscles, back. But you can always do it with the wall support too. Now, let's bring our feet as wide as the mat. Knees are bent. And let's open the arms at the shoulder level. Now, from here, windshield wiper side to side. Drop the knees to the left, to the right. Very good. To the left, to the right. Now, when you drop the knees to the right, turn your head to the left and then switch. So your head moves in the opposite way to the knees. Knees drop to the right, head turns to the left. Knees drop to the left, head turns to the right. Side to side. And then slowly come back to the center. Very good. Now, let's walk our feet again closer to each other. Release the arms. And this time we are going to go into our wind-free pose. So let's bring our knees closer to the chest. Hug the knees closer and bring them closer to each other too. Press those thighs into the abdomen. When you feel ready, exhale. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Form yourself into a small ball. More breaths. And then slowly release head, neck, and shoulders. Release the feet. Now that is one pose you want to do every day. That's a good one. Wind-free pose works on your core digestion. It brings all the energy into the abdominal region. So yoga believes we have energy which moves in different directions. That is one yoga pose which brings focus on the energy which works on your digestion, absorption, assimilation, and also elimination. So that's a good one. Now from here, let's take a back bend, which was complementing that wind-free pose. So let's come into our bridge. Let's walk our heels closer to the hips. Keep them wide as the hips. Press your feet into the mat, palms on the mat alongside. Let's do a bridge breathing. Inhale, come up into bridge. Exhale, lower back down. Once again, inhale, bridge. Exhale, bring it down. And let's do that 3 more times. Inhale up. Very good. Synchronize the breathing and the movement. Very good. Nice work. Next time you exhale, take a moment. Exhale out. Let's do our bridge now, and we are going to hold the back bend. Now, if some of you don't want to hold this, you can slide a block under the bridge and take a supported bridge. If you want to hold without the support, press through the feet and palms, lift into bridge and stay there. Keep breathing. Very good. Stay there. 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready, slowly release. Slowly lower all the way. Middle back, lower back, and the tailbone. Notice how it feels in the back. Notice how it feels in the breathing. Back bend bridge pose is also good for anxiety, panic, or any kind of situation where your breathing feels very shallow and rapid. So all the back bends help to calm down the mind, to get your breathing deeper. Bring your knees into the chest, hug the knees closer, and rock side to side. Just to even it out. If there's any part which feels tender, you can give a little more pressure, massage to that side. Slowly come back to the center, release the feet, and let's come into our final resting pose. So again, you can come into traditional Shavasana, legs go wide, arms away from the body. You can have a bolster or a blanket under the knees. If lying down on the back doesn't feel good, you're always welcome to bend the knees, feet wide, knees come closer. Whichever position feels comfortable, close your eyes. Find a comfortable resting pose. Coming into Shavasana. Coming into final relaxation. Let's take 3 open mouth exhalations together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out. Through the pursed lips as if you're blowing a candle. Inhale. Two more times. Inhale. Let the whole body relax. Start to let go the body, let go the tightness, let go the tensions and the worries and the frustrations. Just being present in this moment, nothing else. And that's pretty powerful. We often are so occupied with our thoughts and the memories, feelings about the past and the future. We are not here this moment. Just let be here, present moment, and relax. One of the easiest way to do that is just observing the breathing. Just watch the pattern of the breath. Inhales, exhales. Notice the movement in the body as you breathe. As you inhale, the chest slightly rises up, the belly rises up. And as you exhale, everything sinks. The rhythmic up and down movement of the body as you breathe. Now notice if your exhalations can go a little longer than the inhale. Stretching the exhale a little longer. Let the whole body relax. Each time you inhale, welcome positive affirmations, strength, confidence, joy and happiness, gratitude, love and acceptance. And each exhale, let go of the fears, worries, the doubts, anxieties, tensions, all the frustration and anger. Let go. Relax. Release and relax and just be here. This body, this breath, this moment. We deepen this relaxation by introducing the chanting of Om in our practice. The Om chanting brings in the sound energy in our body. It also helps to deepen the breathing, calm the mind and the muscles. With regular practice, you can see your breath capacity increases. Today we'll chant the sound of Om 3 times. Each time we chant the sound throughout the exhalation and we stretch it as long as we exhale. Doesn't matter how far we go. Inhaling for Om, inhale. Om. Very good. Once again, inhale. Om. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale. Om. Feel the sound vibrations and then feel the silence. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace. Without opening the eyes, slowly bring movements to the fingers and toes. Turning your head side to side. And then welcome any movement that feels good. Bending your knees into the chest, rock side to side, or just taking windshield wipers, whichever feels good. Welcome any movement. And then slowly turn to the right side. Take your time to come up into a comfortable seat. And sit with your legs stretched out or cross legs. Loosen the shoulders, the neck. Find a stillness, hands to the heart, palms to touch. Reflecting on your practice, reflecting on the benefits, the motivation, the intentions, and all the positive thoughts that crossed your mind. And let this practice walk with you beyond this mat. Bringing our hands to the third eye, healing thoughts, hands to the lips, healing words, hands to the heart, healing intentions. It was an honor to guide you all in the practice. The light in me salutes the light present in you. Namaste. Let's rub the palms. Make a cup of your hands. Place it on the eyes. Slowly release. Open your eyes. Thank you, ladies, for joining today.